that means we are starting at the beginning with Phantom Blood. So, in this watch party, we are going to be starting with episode 1 of Phantom Blood, also known as Dio the Invader. So, before we get started, I'm going to ask you your opinion of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, considering you started with episode 5.
I love it. So I expect nothing but the best from the beginning now. And I'm assuming this has to do with JoJo's dad, right? From the last thing that I saw, it was the young girl. So it's going to be the first time I'm really seeing episodes focusing on her father, even though he did kind of pop up in Stone Ocean. I'm expecting a lot of background information that I don't have now to have a lot of questions answered. So I'm ready to find out.
You are going to get a whole lot because this starts actually in 1987. So we are going to be starting with the first Joestar. We're going to get introduced to George Joestar, who is the progenitor, and then his son, Jonathan Joestar. So you're going to get to see all the way from the beginning. So I believe you are going to get to see JoJo's great grandmother. So we are starting all the way from the beginning. And don't feel bad if it's kind of like, well, what the heck is going on? Because when I had started like Stardust Crusaders, which is like part 3, and was completely lost. So I just said, okay, I'll just go back and start from the beginning. And I'm glad I did, because I think Phantom Blood is probably one of the most underrated, but it's the most important part of this anime to actually see. So we are going to go ahead and start with episode 1 again, episode 1 in the Phantom Blood series, and it is titled Dio the Invader. So are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, we can go ahead and click play. If you like Victorian drama, you are going to love Phantom dude just stealing stuff. And we are watching the English dubbed version and actually showing the English subtitles at the same time so you can get an idea of the difference.
I was going to say that I didn't think that he was dead. I was going to sound like he's still alive.
That's interesting, because I thought he was deader than Elvis when we showed him. So that's interesting. You thought about that. And I love the colors. The color palette is what grabs me. Oh. The mysterious stone mask.
Yeah.
So this is the beginnings of Dio Brando. Notice how refined Dio is. Yet yet people treat him as if he's less than.
It's very pervy.
I know, right?
I was half expecting him to turn up with a horsewhip or something.
I think that probably would have been too curvy for these people.
She could have ran and got help.
True. It was a little harsh.
A lot of men do that when they see something wrong and they intervene, and
Mhm.
they know they're going to get their ass beat, but they'll still intervene.
It's like if they don't, they feel like they're less than.
Hmm.
One of the reasons I love watching this from the beginning is to see just how Dio became what he became and why he's probably I would say one of the most formidable villains in anime. It's like, who is this?
What was that?
Superhero land? will say one of the things that I don't like about Ericy is he's not very friendly to dogs. Granted, I'm not a dog person, but it's just like, dude, really?
It did not.
This is Dio. His crafty beginnings.
So he believes.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
Mm, he's like, hey, y'all buying this, right?
Yeah. Well, he spotted that right away.
hmm
So the servant can touch it, but he can't?
Yeah, but he can't. Interesting. It's just interesting just how much of a douche canoe he is.
Just unbelievable.
Wow.
Quick, scrape off this on the plate.
You don't want to starve.
And he's a boxer too.
hmm Hmm. It is. Wow.
It's like the Matrix.
I know, right?
Oh. So Dio looks polished, but he's actually a ruffian.
Yes, very much so. I think he takes on like all of that refinement as a way to not have people look down on him, but to also disarm people, I think.
Exactly.
I love his voice actor. Wow. This is the only anime where I have to watch it with the, English dubbing and the original Japanese voice because it's still just as over the top.
What?
Of course. Because 'cause we've noticed Dio is very charismatic,
Yes.
very manipulative. That water is beautiful. Well, you tried to bless me out not too long ago.
I do too.
You don't know who she is, right?
His future wife?
Maybe.
What? He didn't even have to try and get a girlfriend.
No, she just landed.
And of course, we knew he was lurking around the corner.
You know that. Hmm. Now this was Victorian England, so you didn't go around doing this.
If something like this happened to you back then, no one would even marry you.
Mhm. Absolutely. It's so over the top. I love it.
I don't know whether I'd be upset if Dio kissed me too. I'd be like, okay, so I gotta kiss Dio too. It's like I still love you, JoJo. I just kind of don't mind kissing Dio too.
See, what you have to understand, they didn't mean anything. Ooh,
Wow.
dang. Because he does have a short temper.
Yeah, that slap was a bit much. Kisses you and then slaps you.
Mhm.
I wonder what he would have done to her if they'd gone all the way.
Mm, and we gonna fight now. And he's just like, "What?"
She's been deflowered.
Yes. Well, oh. Ooh. So blood on the mask made it work? Yeah. Dang, he had a shank behind his back.
That's not true.
Mm-mm. I think he just feels guilty that he owes Dio. So I think it's like he,
Overprotection or
yeah,
overcompensation.
I think so. It's like we can see it. We're like, this is so frustrating. Of course, you can see what's going on, right?
What?
The heck?
The dog?
Hmm. Well, you know he did it. Dio's like Damien.
But we didn't find out what was going on with that mask.
No, we didn't. And we won't until the next episode. And the thing that cracked me up so much is the music that
It's like
is
a
like,
yacht rock for anime.
yeah, exactly. It's like I did not know that the song that we heard at the end, and they actually used it through several episodes, is from like, yes, I never knew they actually produced that track. I'm like, that's a you can it's very 70s. It's just like, who the heck is it? And I found out who it was. I'm like, it was music I never knew. So yes, that's what they like to do in this particular series. You'll hear this music that they'll use at the end for several episodes when they're running the credits.
It's good. So this also reminds me of, I guess, Game of Thrones, where they have that thing that shows you a map, and then
Mhm.
I guess maybe it can tell you what's going to happen in the future or the next episode or something.
Mhm.
Sometimes
Yeah, they kind of like show where they're going on the map, or kind of like where they're going to go with that one particular episode where they are in Westeros. With this one, it's interesting that you should mention that, because in this anime, I want to say not the first episode, but a couple episodes in, you'll start to notice the beginning credits begin to change. And the beginning credits actually drop clues as to what is going to happen in future episodes. And I didn't catch on to that for like the longest time. So I like going back and watching this, because now I can see it's like, oh, that was right there, and I didn't pay attention to it. So
it, it
tell
took me I'm sorry, it took me a season to figure out that's what they were doing in House of the Dragon. So don't feel bad.
Okay. Because it's interesting, because in Stone Ocean, when you watch part 3 of Stone Ocean, they changed the credit sequence. And when I was looking, I'm like, are they going to do what I think that they're going to do? And if you weren't paying attention to that and knew that this was the MO that they used this particular anime, that they'll put something in the credits and will change something, that if you've been watching each part, you know exactly, or you have a very good indication of what's going to happen. So love going back and watching these, because it's like, okay, now I'm going to pay extra attention to the credits, because it's hidden in plain sight. So, with this first episode, Dio the Invader, what did you think about it, my dear? Especially in light of having watched episodes of Stone Ocean.
It's fantastic. I can't wait to see the next episode. You're instantly hooked with this series. It's a fantastic story. It sounds like classic literature. I can't wait to
Mm-hmm.
see what's going to happen between these two. It certainly, Dio is capable of doing so many bad things without even thinking about it for too long, and he's completely hiding himself. But JoJo will not be fooled by this. So there is that. And you mentioned that you thought JoJo's father was just being extra nice to Dio because he feels he owes their family his life. And of course, I'm guessing that's not even true. Maybe we find out later on, but I can't wait to see the next episode. So I can't say that about every single show I've ever seen, but I can say that about this one.
God, they hook you so early, with just the writing and just the story pacing. And you're right, it's like it's something ripped out of a Victorian novel that you're watching. And the story's just the story's just great. And you're hooked, and you're like, I want to know what happens next. I want to know, with this escalation, what's going to happen between Dio and Jonathan Joestar, because they're in the same house. You've got this perfect setup. It's like, what's going to happen from here on out? And what is the deal with that stone mask?
Yeah, it was very freaky. It had those things that were sticking out of it, which makes me think if you put it on it, like maybe it'll hold onto your face and take over and you can't get it off. That blood seemed to have some kind of effect over it.
Hmm.
So I am curious as to what's going on with that. And we saw the really cool, I guess, exit ending, where you saw the blood flowing through
Hmm.
all of those things. And I don't know what any of that stuff means, but it did end up, the blood did end up with that mask, and something, didn't look quite right. So it is something mysterious and probably very dark and bad.
And we can't freaking wait to see it. All right, folks. Well, that is going to do it for this video, this watch party of episode 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Phantom Blood, Dio the Invader. Next time, we'll be watching episode 2. So please do come back and watch that with us. Please do subscribe to her of Positive Fandom. She has an excellent channel with so many great live streams and videos. You definitely want to check it out.
Thank
And of
you.
course, please do subscribe to me here on my channel. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.